Good afternoon. Ernest Burkeen, Director of Parks and Recreation for the City of Miami. About a month or so ago, Larissa Brown from our consultants, Goody and Clancy, provided you with a presentation of the master plan. Tonight I'm here to ask your blessing and approval of that plan and answer any questions that you might have. That's a pretty loaded question. Primarily because, it's a plan that we look at, provides us with a guide in terms of what we want to do or what we want to try to do. But as in any municipality, we're dependent upon general fund dollars. And depending upon what dollars are available, we can or cannot do.
Are you aware that there's some errors in the plan that as presented to us? There's a park in there that Buena Vista tried to interest the city in acquiring, and its photograph and everything else is in there. So maybe you'd want to take that out since this is a master plan.
Well, the master plan itself is, again, it is a guide for us. Okay, it provides a blueprint. It says we've engaged the public. These are the things that the public has talked about. These are some recommendations that you might want to try. But it all depends on your financial stability, what you can and cannot do. The master plan, much like a park, will continue to evolve depending upon the demographics. So it's not set in stone. Things will change, and you will have an opportunity to make those changes. If I can say, 30 years in the business, several master plans having gone through this process, it is in fact a guide, and you will make changes as long as it is a municipality that has to compete. Parks and Rec must compete for general fund dollars with fire, police, and garbage. You will never be able to guarantee anything in this plan. Now, if you, in fact, go to a point where you have a dedicated source of revenue, where you have specific tax dollars that come just to Parks and Rec, then you can develop a plan that says, this is what we're going to do because it's funded. But every year, every municipality has to deal with the ebb and flow of general fund dollars. That's why it is a plan that provides recommendations so that the leadership at the time can decide what they can and cannot do. Part of your master plan. It is a part of the budget process and whether the commission decides to have those type of fees. We do have a limited number of fees in place. I think at this point in time, the commission has been reluctant to impose fees. That may change.
As a Parks Department, is there a Parks Advisory Board?
We had a Parks Advisory Board. It is being sunset, and there's going to be a new one developed.
So
it depends on whether it's our property or not. If it's our property, then we would be responsible. I think Public Works has some responsibilities, but certainly any property that the city owns or that the Parks and Rec Department operates, we could look at whatever barriers are necessary.
Okay, thank you so very much.
Any more questions? We'll open it to the public.
And I just want to ask Mr. Burkeen whether he misused the word or if he actually meant that. You said that impact fees are dedicated fees for construction. Is that what you meant?
What I meant is that it's primarily used for construction or building, but it's not to be used as operating fees.
I'll address this a little bit later, but that's just one of the problems we have here.
And now I would like to ask Mr. Burkeen if he could present all of us, the public and this board and the City Commission, a list of the park projects that could be completed in the next 6 months and in the first year with the money that you have now, and could we get this list in 30 days? Tell them.
I need you to clarify, what do you mean by completed? When you say completed,
Excuse me, we need to be...
Excuse me, we have a number of projects that are ongoing where we're doing a playground. That doesn't make the park completed. It means that we completed that particular project.
That's what I meant. the project, make a list of the projects that could be completed in 6 months and in 1 year that are doable now.
That's not a problem.
Thank you. Thank you. We've
Madam
closed
Chair,
it
with
for
your
the-
permit,
No.
would you let me, I would like to submit this to the record if it's okay with the chair.
Yes.
Yes, you may
Okay,
submit that
comments?
into the record.
Thank you.
Mr. Burkeen, do you have anything else to add?
Yes, just a couple of things. It's a wonderful problem to have that we have such a high interest in parks. It's good. It's on the way to a healthy community. But the other thing is that I came here 3 years ago, and the budget at the time for the Parks and Rec Department was $11 million. Absolutely the worst of any big city in America. Today it's $20 million. So while we still have a long ways to go, for someone to say that the mayor is not supportive of parks is absolutely wrong. This master plan is part of that administration's desire to create better spaces. Thank you.
Thank you.
If I
Go
can,
ahead. Yes.
here's the problem that you have. Anytime you're going to do anything in the park, whether it's the plan or not, you need to go to the community and find out if the community, in fact, wants that to take place.
But that's
Okay.
why I thought this was...
Things do change. People move in the neighborhood. People change their mind about different things. And when you go to the community and you try to get a consensus, you can't hold them hostage to this and say, we're going to do this anyway. You have to allow the community to participate. So you can't hold them to that. That's why it's in principle. So we go to the community, we say, do we think this is a good idea? What do you think? Do you want this in your neighborhood or not?
Right, but in a lot of these areas, the community has already given their input, and I'm sure they would be excited to know there is an action plan, and let's say in a year, this is what you're going to have here.
Your community is going to change from area to area, and you're going to have people come in and people leave. I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm telling you. You have to go to the community, and you have to find out if this is still relevant to them.
I think parks is pretty important to everybody. Okay, thank you.
Second.
That's the motion.
Chair.
Okay,
Mr. Hayden, we
this
can't-
is not
it's closed
interrupt
already.
the board,
If
okay?
impact fees are not collected properly and the
Sir.
permit is issued...
Sir,
never
you're out of
collect
order.
the impact.
You're out of order, sir.
Well, it's my money. As a city, as a resident
Sir,
of the city,
sir.
if you live in the city, it's my money. If impact fees aren't collected, 6 months review is not going to be
It's part of the of what they're going to be doing with the park.
Ms. West. Yes. Mr. John.
Yes.
Ms. Gord.
Yes.
Ms. Betty Gutierrez.
Yes.
Ms. Beba Mann.
Yes.
Ms. Donna Milo.
Yes.
Reverend Guillermo Revuelta. Yes. And Ms. Tarbet.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous. This recommendation will be hand-delivered to the City Commission on the 24th. We cannot make it into their backup because we already went to printing this afternoon. Thank you.